साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Okay, I think we have to read from English to Sanskrit. Sanskrit to English we have finished. Okay.
The conduct of the two sons of Hari is praiseworthy. Harehe putrayoho acharaha prashasyah.
See here. Acharaha prashasyah. Adjective. Adjective used is a predicatively, isn't it? Adjective used predicatively. This is acharaha prashasyah. Okay, this is one usage in this to learn. Another is what is it? Conduct of the two sons. Of the two, it is a relational. Of belonging to them. Avarge seriddu. Shashti avara. Two sons putrayor acharaha. Putrayoh acharaha. Sandhi becomes putrayor acharaha. Because O, when any vowel other than A comes, putrayoh. So one sandhi we have learnt, shashti vibhakti we have learnt, and then the what you call adjective predicative. Three usages you find in one sentence. See, these 3 points need to be learned. Otherwise, if you don't learn these grammatical points, wordings alone if you know, you can't make a good sentence. See, if you just give the words, ask you to make a sentence as you like, then these things you miss. Putrayor acharaha, one sandhi is there. Then putrayoh is a shashti. Shashti means an achara of them, isn't it? Putrayor acharaha. It means achara of. Illi shashti prayoga. Shashti in the sense of, isn't it? Of or belonging to them, pertaining to them. Okay. Then is putrayoh. Putrayor illi one sandhi. So these 3 points we have to note in each sentence. Like this, from each sentence we have to. This way I wanted to make a guide. When I write this thing, it is known, but it brings their attention to them. Then they learn this, note this. See, each time you touch this point, it comes to your attention. When it falls your attention, then you understand. Utrayor acharaha. Otherwise, in Sandhi we saw only Ikaranta. Agnir, only one. Here you, oh, putrayoh, like this.
There are lamps in the houses. Griheshu deepaha santi.
Gruheshu deepas santi. Gruheshu is in. Saptami bahuvachana, simple saptami vibhakti, simple saptami meaning. Nothing, no complicated meaning. Gruheshu. Deepas santi. There are deepas. That's all. Deepas santi, there are deepas. Okay. So deepa word here used.
The yakshas are the servants of the god of wealth. Yakshaha kuberasya kinkaraha.
Correct. In this, kuberasya. Kubera, when did we learn? We have not learnt Kubera. Has come? But in this, that's what I am telling. Dhanapatehe kinkaraha. No, not only kinkara. For servant, one more word is there. Bhrutyaha. Dhanapatehe kinkaraha or bhrutyaha. Yakshaha dhanapateh kinkaraha. Dhanapater bhrutyaha. If the bhrutya is used, dhanapater bhrutyaha. See, Visarga preceded by illi A. Alli Oh, putrayor acharaha. When you say putrayor acharaha, here it is Visarga preceded by O. isn't it? Or Achara. Here it is air, Dhanapater. After a visarga comes, changes to air, like this. See, these are all usages. Then Yakshaha, Dhanapate, Dhanapater Bhrityaha, Atava Dhanapate Kinkaraha. So, Shashti Vibhakti is of them, related to them, belonging to them, that's all. Okay.
The tails of monkeys are long. Kapinam langulani dirghani.
Kapinam Langulani is a relation. Shashti Vibhakti is used as a relation. Now the Langulani, how are they? Dirghani. So it is an adjective predicative. Predicative adjective. And then Langulani Dirghani. What is Dirghani? Langulani. Langulani is Dirghani. So Langulani is described as Dirghani. So Dirghani is a descriptive or predicative. Predicative means descriptive. Now I remember. See, for predicate in English, predicate is an English word. For that in Sanskrit I told you, Vidhiyamana. Vidhiyamanam is a predication. Then what is subject? There is a subject. Of that you predicate something. Subject and predicate, this is how we divide a sentence into two. First there is a subject, about that we say something. So that is what is said, something is predicated. It is a predication of that. So subject and predicate. For this in Sanskrit, Vidhiyamana I remembered, what is that subject called? Now I remember in Vedanta we studied in Naishkarma Siddhi, Uddishyamana. The other day I tried to recall, I couldn't get it. Now I got it, Uddishyamana. Uddishyamana is subject, Vidhiyamana is predicate. Subject and predicate means Uddishyamana and Vidhiyamana. Uddishyamana means, Uddesha means keeping that in view. Keeping that as a base means that is a subject. Subject is Uddishyamana. About that when you say something is Vidhiyamana. Vidhi means say, explain, describe. Vidhiyamana. And Uddishyamana is the topic about which you are going to say. Subject and predicate. So here, Langulani is Uddishyamana. About which you describe that it is that they are Dirghani. Vidhiyamana is that Langulani or Dirghani. Like that. Okay, so Langulani Dirghani. So one is adjectival use, that is an adjective used as a predicate, and then that is another thing is Kasya Langulani?
Kasya Kapi.
No, and the tails of the monkeys. Monkeys ki what did you say?
Kapinam.
Kapinam. So Kapinam Langulani, here only of them. Of them means they have, it's a belonging to them, relating to them. Kapinam Langulani Dirghani Santi Bhavanti. Okay, next.
Among poets, Kalidasa is the first.
See, among, yes, see. Among is a special usage. Among can be, among poets, it can be Shashti or Saptami. Isn't it? Among poets. How do you say?
Kavishu Kalidasa Prathamaha.
Like that. Kavishu.
Kavinam Kalidasa Prathamaha.
No, Kalidasaha Kavinam Prathamaha. The usage changes when you use Shashti. Kalidasaha Kavinam Prathamaha. Athava Kalidasaha Kavishu Prathamaha. Athava Kavishu Kalidasaha Prathamaha. Like this is. So this is among them. For among either Shashti or Saptami is used. So Prathamaha. Kalidasa is the first among the poets. Kalidasaha Kavishu Prathamaha Kavinam Prathamaha. Like that. Okay.
The man's servant goes to a village. Purushasya Bhrityaha.
Man's servant.
Purushasya Bhrityaha Gramam Gacchati.
Correct. Illi two things to learn. Purushasya Bhrityaha Shashti relationship. Purushasya Bhrityaha Purushasya Atava Narasya. Did we say Nara only, or is there any other word? Purushasya, Narasya. For a man, Purusha, Naraha, and Janaha. Janaha is a general person aguttade. So, okay, Purushasya, Narasya, Bhrutyaha or Kinkaraha. Bhrutyaha or Kinkaraha. Of a Purusha, of a Nara, what happens? Goes to village. Gramam gacchati. Okay. So, Gamanam generally is a movement. A movement towards a place, it could be Chaturthi also. It can be Dvitiya or Chaturthi. Gramam gacchati, Gramaya gacchati. So, Narasya Kinkaraha, Narasya Bhrutyaha, Gramam gacchati athava Gramaya gacchati. Okay. Next.
Kings reside in palaces. Nripaha prasadeshu vasanti.
A simple expression. Prasadeshu, in the palaces. Simple meaning is in. In, on, like that. Is a simple usage. Prasadeshu vasanti. Nripaha. What did he say for? No. Kings ki what did he say? Nripaha, Nrupatayaha. Nripaha athava Nrupatayaha.
Rich man dwell in mansions.
Rich men. Men appa, man alla. Man ide. Men, rich men.
Dhanikaha harmyeshu vasanti.
Contrast is two sentences. Dhanikaha harmyeshu vasanti. Whereas the Nrupaha, Nrupatayaha prasadeshu vasanti. So, Dhanikaha harmyeshu vasanti. Okay.
Rama is the best of the men.
Matte again, that Saptami, that among prayoga, Saptami is simple is on, in, on, one thing. Another is among. That among is a special use, therefore he is giving all the time that Saptami. See, when he is either a best or a Prathamaha. First he told Kalidasa is the first one or the best one. What is the other usage? Is the first one, best one, or Prashasyaha, earlier he told. Prashasya is the best. Prashasya is best. Then Shrestha is also there. Prashasyaha, Shresthaha, or Prathamaha. For these three adjectives, you use Shashti, Saptami, among. Among them he is the first. Among them he is superior. Among them he is the best. Among them he is a Prashasyaha. Okay, that means he is something good like that, best like that. Okay. So Rama is the best of men.
Ramaha Naranam Shreshtaha.
Correct. Naranam Shreshtaha. If you use Samasa, Narashreshtaha. Naranam Shreshtaha. Nareshu Shreshtaha. Both you can say. Nareshu, Naranam. Okay. Where is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th. 9th one. Naranam. Athava Purushanam also you can say. Naranam Nareshu or Purushashreshtaha. Purushanam or Purusheshu. Okay.
The water of the lakes is salt. Kasaranam jalam lavanam.
But if you use vari, because only jalam alone will be stuck, then all other words will disappear.
Kasaranam vari lavanam.
Lavanam. Why lavanam? Lavana is adjective. We can use it as lavanaha, lavanam. Now should we use lavanaha or lavanam?
Lavanam.
Lavana being an adjective, it can be used in Punlinga. So much of nice. Okay. So it could be Lavanaha is Punlinga, Lavanam Napumsakalinga. So you told Lavanam. Why Lavanam? Why not Lavanaha?
Samji follows noun.
Yeah, what is that noun then?
Samji, jalam.
Jalam is a Napumsakalinga. Or Vari?
Vari is also Napumsaka.
Okay. So Vari is Napunsaka, therefore Lavanam. Jalam is also Napunsaka, therefore Lavanam. Whether you use Vari or Jalam, the Lavanam form will be Lavanam only, Napunsakam only. Vari is Lavanam, Kasaranam Vari, Athava Kasaranam Jalam, Lavanam. Okay.
There is snow on the tops of the...
What is this program?
Don't know. ನೋಡಬೇಕಾ?
ನೋಡುವುದೇಕೆ ಬೇಡ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
There is snow on the tops of the mountains. ಗಿರೀಣಾಂ ಶಿಖರೇಶು ಹಿಮಂ ಅಸ್ತಿ.
But correct, but Giri, mountains ki Girinam or another word we have learnt. Otherwise you use only one word and you keep on forgetting other words. Parvatanam. Banta bandillava? Parvatanam or Girinam. When you say of the mountains, the of vibhakt of in English is used in Sanskrit as Parvatanam or Girinam. If Giri, their Ra is there, therefore Ana comes. In Parvata, Chututu. Therefore Ta is there. Therefore though Ra is there, so it can't change. So Parvatanam. I think, is it in the ashram or outside?
Ashram on east.
Oh, ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಬಂದರ ಏನು?
ಆಶ್ರಮ.
ಹಾಂ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಲೈಟ್ ಯಾಕೆ? ಓಕೆ, ಮುಚ್ಚಿಬಿಡು. ಯಾರೋ ಬಂದಾರ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. Parvatanam athava Girinam
Shikhareshu.
On the tops. See, top is Shikharam. Napusakalinga. Shikharam, Shikhare, Shikharani. So on the tops, Shikhareshu. Here among is not there. Therefore directly Saptami only. On the Shikhare. Andante Girinam Shikhareshu, Parvatanam Shikhareshu. On the tops of the mountain. See, English comes, how the English structure comes. The prepositions are first. In Samskrita, vibhakti is at the end of the word. See, on the top of the mountain. But in Sanskrit we say Girinam Shikhareshu. It goes this way. English comes opposite way. So, Shikhareshu Girinam Parvatanam. So, Parvatanam Shikhareshu. Then on the top of the mountains, Parvatanam Girinam Shikhareshu Himamasti. Correct, there is. So Himamasti. Okay.
A thief steals the wealth of a Brahmana. Stenaha Brahmanasya dhanam chorayati.
A thief steals the wealth of a Brahmana. A thief. This A is that Sanskrit expression, English expression. So we need not translate A. So thief steals wealth of a Brahmana. So of a Brahmana, Shashti Vibhakti. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇದೇನು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟೇ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿತ್ತು. ಇದು ಆಶ್ರಮ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ನಾಟ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟಿಲ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್. ನೈಟ್ ಅಲೋನ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಲಿವ್. If night I don't get sleep, then what am I to do? There is a whole day is a night. Here, there is a parking place. They put vehicles and shouting, screaming, everything they play, everything just at the window alone. They talk on cell phone. Late in the night, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, also they speak here. Just at the window. And it will be here only in my ears.
So much of disturbance.
So you don't see it is like an ashram. Like just a street. I had a dream. I can't stand this noise. I like silence. In the village where I was born, villages are generally very silent. I loved that. But the cities are a curse for me. But my bad luck is continuously living in cities alone. It's a naraka. And nowadays, even in villages, once this current has come, Mics, they put loudspeakers, whole day they keep on blaring. It's a nuisance, you cannot live anywhere. Our people are on Hindus only. So I used to dream of building an underground room. You go and sit there. Appa, remain silent, nobody comes and nothing can be heard. I tried. I used to buy something. Is there any ear plugging? Somebody told the pilots used to have a less noise, so some plugging ears. I told somebody. They brought it from me on some medical shop. Something with a, some ear plugging made of some, sponge alone, not much sponges. They put it little less, otherwise still you can hear. A little noiseless, but not totally blocking. Even now I am looking for it. If my ears can be totally blocked, if anything is available, if you know it or if your friends know, I will buy it. I want to have that thing which completely blocks the ear, so that otherwise where will you go? Or I told Rama to make my room silent. You make my room silent, close these windows with some glass pieces, some glass which is a soundproof glasses. In Bangalore also the same thing. Nice, you see. Ashrama is meant for to be a silent and meant for sadhana, not for this kind of noise. Terrible fellows. Okay, of a Brahmana. Shashti. So Brahmanasya dhanam choraha, no, stenaha chorayati. Choraha chorayati also you can say. Choraha shabdopi asti. There is a chora shabda also in Sanskrit. Chora shabdopi asti Sanskrite. Sanskritam, Sanskrite, Sanskritani. Sanskritam is Napumsakalinga. Like phalam phale phalani. So Saptami Vibhakti, when you say Samskrite, Chora Shabdaha, Api, Asti. I think you have learnt all these words. So Samskrite, Chora Shabdopi Asti. Atayeva, Ataha Eva, therefore, how can you say Choraha? No, Chorayati, Stenaha Chorayati. Stenaha Chorayati. Kim Chorayati Stenaha? This is the traditional way. This is called Akanksha method. Akanksha Paddhati they would call in our younger days. These modern days has changed. In my younger days, Sanskrit they were teaching like that. See, Stenaha Chorayati. Stenaha Kim Karoti? You have to ask. Stenaha Chorayati. Stenaha Kim Chorayati? Stenaha Dhanam Chorayati. Stenaha Kasya Dhanam Chorayati? Stenaha Brahmanasya Dhanam. Here in this thing, every word's vibhakti falls in your attention. You will become thorough with the vibhakti. This is Akanksha method. Akanksha method of teaching a language. Now every word you have become thorough. So first thing is Stenaha. See, Atra Kaha Stenaha. Stenaha Kim Karoti? Chorayati. Kim Chorayati? Dhanam Chorayati. Completely. Stenaha.
Dhanam Chorayati.
First, Stenaha Kim Karoti?
Stenaha Chorayati.
Stenaha Chorayati. Stenaha Kim Chorayati?
Stenaha Dhanam Chorayati.
Stenaha Kasya Dhanam Chorayati.
Stenaha Brahmanasya Dhanam Chorayati.
This is the way you learn the every whole sentence. Many sentences they practice like this until you get a good grip over the language. Then thereafter it becomes easy. Then only you pay attention to each vibhakti. Each vibhakti, your attention falls on it. Then you will be accurate about each word. So Stenaha. Otherwise, simply you say in one sentence, one word, all other words you miss them. The attention focus on each word, the minute details are, attention doesn't fall. Attention should fall on that. So Brahmanasya Dhanam illi Shashti Sambandha. Shashti Vibhakti is used in Sambandharthe Shashti. Shashti, it is a Sambandharthe. Yeah. There are many meanings. Sambandhartha, Shashti, Saptami also has got several meanings. So, but here it is a Sambandhartha. Adhare Shashti. Adhikarana Saptami we call. Adhikarana Saptami means on. In on is called Adhara Saptami or Adhikarana Saptami we call it. Vishaya Saptami. Then Sati Saptami. There are 3 Saptamis. Adhikarana Saptami, all those things you learn when you learn grammar. Adhikarana Saptami, Vishaya Saptami. Vishaya Saptami means, I think a sentence has not yet come. It may come. Moksha Ichchasti, has it come?
No.
Vishaya Saptami. I'll tell you when it comes. Adhikarana Saptami means in on. When there is in on, it is an Adhikarana Saptami. When you say among, it is called a Nirdharana Saptami. It is a Nirdharana. Nirdharana means among. So, because when you discuss, you have to say accurately. He is using a Nirdharanarte Saptami, Shashti. Among, when you say Nirdharane Shashti, among them, like this. Sambandha Shashti. Shashti in Sambandhartha, belonging to him. Sambandharte Shashti, Nirdharana Shashti. Saptami, Adhikarana Saptami, Vishaya Saptami, Sati Saptami. All those things will come. When they come, I'll tell you. I'll remind you. So you get an accurate meaning. Very accurate. Okay. Because if you want to read Sanskrit books, then you have to understand all this language. Then it becomes easy. As I speak, you understand. Anyway, I think in another 2 months we'll speak. Anyway, in another, why 2 months? In 1 month you will understand. In 1 month I'll start speaking and you will understand. Okay.
I am pleased at the beauty of the gardens.
Here you see. Okay, you translate. I'll explain later.
Udyananam saundaryena tushyami.
Correct. So, of the gardens. See, you start with the English sentence, you translate Sanskrit, start with the last form of the of the gardens. Of, you put it at the end of the word. Gardens of, in Sanskrit will be Udyananam. Udyananam. Then, at the beauty. At the beauty means beauty ki at. Yet is, we have not learnt what vibhakti. But here it should be Tritiya. Saundaryena. So, Udyananam Saundaryena. Tushyami, I am pleased. Okay. I am pleased. I am satisfied. Tushyami. So, Udyananam Saundaryena. At the beauty means Saundaryena. Sometimes at is translated as a Saptami also, but the context has to come. The meaning has to come like that. Okay. See, he is looking at, when you say, he is looking at a tree. Vruksham Pashyati. There Dvitiya Vibhakti comes. Looking at. But here at the beauty. Saundaryena. Yeah, according to the context you have to give that. But each language has its own idiom. Next.
He brings a leaf of the tree.
Tree has come. Vruksha. Okay, Vruksha.
Vrukshasya paranam anayati.
Of the tree. We can't say tree separately. Of the tree. For Sanskrit sake, you have to use the one word. Of the tree. Of the tree is a one form, one phrase. One phrase together. Because you can translate only that way. You can't translate of tree and separately. Of the tree. One phrase. Vrukshasya. One form. It is a one word, there is a one phrase. Vrukshasya. Next is Parnam. Parnam is a Prathama Vibhakti or Dvitiya, brings leaf. Object, because he is bringing. Therefore, Anayati. Vrukshasya Parnamanayati. Sandhi, if you make it, Vrukshasya Parnamanayati. Parnam Anayati. There is no Sandhi, only joining them. Parnamanayati. Okay. Vrukshasya Parnamanayati. Okay.
I throw ghee into the fire. Adnau ghritam kshipami.
Correct. Kshipami, Asyami. Okay, anything. Agniyalli ghritam prasyati. Asyati is better. Agnau ghritam. Okay. Agnau or anale. Agnau ghritam or anale ghritam. Into the fire, here you see. Saptami can be used as into also. In, into, on, like that. On to, like that. Agnau ghritam prasyati or, okay, throws. Asyati, prasyati, it is same. Kshipati. Is it I? Kshipami, asyami. Prasyami, okay. The enmity.
The enmity of the sailors is the cause of the battle. Navikanam vairam yuddhasya karanam bhavati.
Yuddhasya karanam in bhavati is not required. Put in bracket. See, bhavati here. Bhavati is. He is. See, Ramaha uttama balakaha. Ramah sadhu balakah, uttamah balakah. Rama is a good boy. So Rama good boy, this doesn't make complete sentence in English. Is you have to mention. In Hindi also, Ram uttam balak hai. Ram uttam balak, if you say it is incomplete. Hai you have to add. Hai English is, but in Sanskrit Ramaha uttama balakah, that's all. That itself completes. So that adjective used in a predicative way doesn't necessitate a verb. Without a verb also sentence makes it complete. Therefore here, this is the Sanskrit thing. In Telugu also we have like that, such an expression. Ramudu uttama baludu, that's all. We don't need a verb. Iddane, we don't have to say. Ramaha uttama balakanu. Agutta Kannada also. Ramanu uttama balakanu ashte. Iddane helabekagilla. Iddane is not necessary. So that English necessitates, Hindi necessitates. Hindi is incomplete unless you use hai. Is also, in English also, is required. But Sanskrit, you don't have to use the bhavati.
Okay.
Therefore, don't have to go literally with English. Do it in Sanskrit idiom. So, say that again, say that sentence again. Navikanam vairam karanam, that's all. Navikanam vairam yuddhasya karanam. Tasya karanam kim? Tasya karanam vairam, that's all. Tasya karanam vairam asti. You can see them North Indians. When they learn Sanskrit, tasya karanam kim asti, they have to use asti. Tasya karanam vairam asti. Each time they say asti, asti, asti.
Okay.
Because they go by their Hindi. Tasya karanam, that's all. Karanam asti, we use the asti only when you say it is present. When we have to imply that it is present, then we use the asti. Otherwise, for simply is, we don't use asti or bhavati in our language, in Hindi, Kannada, in Telugu, Kannada, or even Sanskrit also. Vairam yuddhasya karanam. Yuddhasya karanam kim? Yuddhasya karanam vairam. That's all. Yuddhasya karanam vairam. Asti, you need not say. That's it. So, navikanam vairam means a mutual enmity or somebody's enmity. Okay. Navikanam illi shashti sambandha. Navikanam vairam is their shashti sambandha. So there it belongs to them, it is related to them. So yuddhasya karanam, this also relation. That is also relation, this is also. So in both the places shashti vibhakti, in both the places shashti is in sambandharthe shashti. Shashti is used in the sense of relation. So yuddhasya karanam, navikanam vairam. Both are shashtis, both are in sambandha shashti. Sambandha shashti ante sambandharthe shashti. So this is all the Sanskrit words. That's why I told you in the first few chapters we use certain words like this. Once you become familiar, then it becomes easy to directly jump into Sanskrit. Then any book becomes easy. Otherwise, if you don't master, how long you depend on translation. You directly learn to read Sanskrit books, then 50% of time will be saved. Directly you explain and read the book and explain. That's all. All the time will be saved. Okay.
There is no medicine for a fool.
Say that.
Murkhasya nasti aushadham.
For a fool, you have to say. For means to heal the fool. To heal, to cure. For means there is a for a disease, for a particular disease. For a particular, for means in order to cure. See, fourth vibhakti. How do you translate for sake of, and in order to also? In fourth vibhakti, for sake of, ಏನಪ್ಪ why is doing ಈ ಸಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಏನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಏನಿದೆ for sake of or in order to also ಇದೆ. See, okay, it will come, I'll tell you when the use comes. So for a fool means to heal a fool, to cure a fool. So murkhasya, that's why he put in bracket off. He put a bracket off because for a beginners the translation should be done in a shashti vibhakti. Don't use fourth vibhakti. Murkhaya aushadam, don't say. Murkhaya aushadam andre aushadam for sake of murkha aguttade. Aushadam Aushadam for treating the murkha, not to give to the murkha. So murkhasya aushadam, what did he say?
Nasti aushadam.
Aushadhan nasti. Murkhasya aushadhan nasti. Athava murkhasya agado nasti. Number you tell me.
17.
17.
17.
Murkhasya. Murkhasya means murkhatvasya. Murkhatvakki aushadhi illa. Murkhasya andre murkhatvasya aushadhan nasti. Or agadaha nasti. Agado nasti. Murkhasya agadona. Then murkhasya agado nasti or murkhasya aushadhan nasti. Here there is one more sandhi is possible. Murkhasya aushadham vruddhi sandhi. Murkhasya agadaha murkhasya agadaha. Second one there is a savarna dirgha. First one is vruddhi sandhi. Murkhasya aushadham. Murkhasya aushadhan nasti. Or murkhasyagadhan nasti. Murkhasyagado nasti. It is a sentence from Bhartruhari's Niti Shloka. So in that shloka, according to the meter, murkhasya nastya ushadham, that meter, according to the meter, he said, sarvasya ushadhamasti atmadamane. If you want, you can note down as an additional information, not sure. Sarvasya ushadhamasti. Sarvasya ushadhamasti shastra vihitam. Kama murkhasya nastya ushadham. ಇದು ಶಾರ್ದೂಲ ಪದ್ಯದ one line, one complete, last line. Okay, read it once.
Sarvasya aushadhamasti.
Sandhi, it is a, why do you make sandhi? Why do you break sandhi? It's a shloka form. Sarvasya aushadhamasti shastra vihitam.
Sarvasya aushadhamasti shastra vihitam. Murkhasya
nastya aushadham. Oh, ನೀವು ಬರೆಯಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲವಾ? ನಾನು ಕೇಳಬೇಕೆ? nastya aushadham. Nasti aushadam, again vruddhi sandhi. Nasti aushadam, oh, nasti aushadam, no, yanadesha sandhi. Sorry, nasti aushadam is yanadesha. Sorry, I said it vruddhi, is a mistake, it is a yana sandhi. It is a yana sandhi. First yana sandhi, second is dirgha sandhi. Not vruddhi, okay. Murkhasya
nasti aushadam.
Murkhasya aushadam. Murkhasya ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೃದ್ಧಿ ಸಂಧಿ, ಸಾರಿ, ಮೂರ್ಖಸ್ಯ ಔಷಧಂ ವೃದ್ಧಿ ಸಂಧಿ, ನಾಸ್ತಿ ಔಷಧಂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಣ ಸಂಧಿ. ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ನಾಸ್ತಿ ಔಷಧಂ ಯಣ ಸಂಧಿ, ಮೂರ್ಖಸ್ಯ ಔಷಧಂ ವೃದ್ಧಿ ಸಂಧಿ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಸರ್ವಪದ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲರ್ನ್ಡ್, ಬಟ್ ಎನಿವೇ ಸರ್ವಸ್ಯ ಇಸ್ ಷಷ್ಠಿ. ಸೊ ಸರ್ವಸ್ಯ ಔಷಧಮಸ್ತಿ. Sarvasya, and for everything there is a medicine. Medicine means not literally remedy. Means for every problem there is a remedy, there is a solution. He gives a list of solution. He gives a big list of solution. Gives so many list of solution. Heli, like this, in this way, there is a remedy or solution for every problem. Except one, there is no medicine for foolishness. A fool cannot be convinced, a fool cannot be pleased. Fool is, in Sanskrit, murkha. Fool is a simple, thoughtless person. Means it is illogical, meaningless, he accepts it. He is not only a murkha, Sanskrit word, is not only he talks foolishly. Foolishly means wrongly, illogically, thoughtlessly. But he is stubborn about it. He says that he alone is correct. He is wrong, but proud that he alone is correct. So in English, fool is simply who misunderstood, he made a mistake. He contradicted himself. He told something thoughtlessly or illogically. But in murkha, he is stubborn about it. He thinks that he alone is correct. arrogantly fool. Or in murkha can be translated as an arrogant or stubborn fool. Arrogant fool or stubborn fool is called murkha. So murkha has got a slightly different connotation. Therefore, mudha, you can say he is ignorant, he is confused, he says one thing for other. The fool word can be translated as a mudha. Mudha is a fool. But murkha is not only fool, he is a stubborn and arrogant. Either stubborn or arrogant. Therefore, murkha can't be translated as simple fool. So murkha. So a person who doesn't know, he makes a mistake. But a fool is one who is confused or misunderstood. But he can be explained. But a murkha, he is stubborn, he is closed mind. He says he alone is right. He argues, he defends, and he says he alone is right. Even if he cannot argue, he will not listen to you. Even if he cannot argue with you, still he won't listen to you. He says he alone correct. I won't listen. That means a fanatic also. Either arrogant or stubborn or fanatic is murkha. Okay. So in a kavya, in a sentence when you are reading, we have to see exact connotation of each word. What exactly is the connotation? The idea should be very clear. Otherwise you won't understand the meaning of the speaker, writer. Just general meaning, murkha means fool. You just go by the English word. Don't go by the English word. What is the meaning in that language, in that word? Therefore, sarvasya aushadhamasti shastra vihitam. Aushadham means it need not be medicine, means a remedy, a solution. Sarvasya, for all problems, all diseases, there is some remedy, some solution. But there is one problem, there is no solution. He says the murkha's nature. In the beginning alone, that Bhartruhari, we will discuss separately. Bhartruhari is a beautiful, I think we will discuss separately and make, or even now we can do if you want, but some Sanskrit expressions you don't know. We will wait for another 10 chapters. By the time we finish another 10 chapters, we will get more vibhaktis, more padas. Then you will understand the shlokas. So that you will understand the Sanskrit and also the beauty of Niti Shastra. We will explain the Niti also. The Niti also Hindus need particularly, because the Hindus are terrible fellows. They just talk where a common man needs common sense Niti Shastra and you talk of Advaita Vedanta. It is making them further fools. Therefore we are getting fooled by the people. All others are cheating us and we just don't know how to handle. We talk of too much of Vedanta and we are incapable of solving the Vyavaharik problem. How to handle a wicked fellow, we don't know. We only ended up making him a god. Any villain, any gunda, we have made them into gods. Because we just don't know how to handle the asura. So what Hindus need badly is Niti Shastra, Panchatantra, Hitopadesha, Bhartruhari, Niti Shataka. We have got plenty of Niti Shastras. So other Shastras I love to teach, we should have discussed. But books are bigger, it may take longer time. I don't know, if you have a patience, at least Hitopadesha we can study. Hitopadesha is slightly abridged form of Panchatantra, but Panchatantra is the best one. But before that, Bhartruhari. First we will start with Bhartruhari, 100 shlokas it will be finished. Then we go to Hitopadesha. Then thereafter to Panchatantra. In these things you will improve your Sanskrit and also you learn lot of Vyavaharika Niti, which Hindus need very badly. Vyavaharika Niti means strategic thinking. Vyavaharika Niti. How to deal with the different kinds of people. People are of not same nature. Different kinds of people are how to deal with them. That Vyavaharika Chaturyam, Vyavaharika Kushalata, it gives you. Okay? So, Sarvasya Aushadhamasti. So, there is a medicine or a solution for every problem. There is a remedy for every problem. Shastra Vihitam means taught by Shastra, prescribed by, literal meaning is prescription. Vihita means prescribed, enjoined, prescribed by the Shastra, but Murkhasya Aushadhannasti. There is no remedy, there is no solution to the foolishness. Because he is a stubborn fellow, closed mind, he is wrong but closed mind, he doesn't listen. See, a simple ignorance is different. A simple ignorant need not be blamed because he is ignorant, he doesn't know. He is ignorant, but he says he alone is right and he doesn't listen to others. And he has got a weird logic to defend his foolishness. He has got a very strange logic, foolish logic to defend his foolishness. He says he alone is right. But practically he is failing. But he gives some meaningless explanation and he says he was right. I failed due to some other reason, I am not wrong. What do you say? However you explain, you won't understand. So there is no solution for murkha. Murkhasya nastya ushadham. That's a beautiful. Okay, next. Bhartruhari's, I think, 10th shloka. Two versions are there. The numbering, in one place 10th shloka, another place 17th shloka. Whatever it is. Bhartruhari Niti Shatakam. Next.
By modesty, O Hari, are people pleased. Hare Vinayena Janaha Drisyanti.
Correct. See, Hare Sambodhana. Hare Vinayena. By the Vinaya alone, people are pleased. People will be happy with you. People will be impressed when you are humble and when you are humble in dealing with them. Okay, Vinayena Janastushanti.
Doesn't become Vinayat.
No, Vinayat is a cause. It is not cause. Through Vinaya. Through Vinaya you are pleasing. Not due to Vinaya.
I confused it with Jnanat Moksha.
Jnanat Moksha is different.
They say,
no, Jnana is a cause of moksha. It's not an instrument of moksha.
Here, modesty is
Instrument. Through Vinaya you can please them. On account of Vinaya Allah. Through Vinaya you are pleasing somebody. With Vinaya you are pleasing somebody. So Vinayena Janaha Tushanti. Okay.
Clouds move in the sky.
No, but Abhinandanti, did you use that? Abhinandanti is liking. Liking is different. It has not yet come. Okay. Abhinanda word has come, but not here. Okay. Clouds.
Clouds move in the sky. Meghaha Akashe Saranti.
Akashe move means no Saranti Allah. Saranti is that's different. Saranti. Charanti or Chalanti you say. Either Chalanti or Charanti. No, Saranti also you can use. But Sara is like a more of a kurmas moving is called Saranti. Slow movement. Sarati. Charanti, Chalanti, Akashe, Chalanti. Okay. In the sky. Saptami. Akashe. Next.
The residence of the ascetics.
Of Daila.
The residence of ascetics is in forests. Yatinam vasaha vaneshu bhavati.
Correct. See, residence of the ascetics. Residence of, you should not use it for translation. Residence is a separate word. Of the ascetics, they should go together. Generally, residence of, if you put it, you can't translate. Residence, you keep separate word. Of the ascetics. In the forest, you can say. See, ascetics in, you can't use that. Residence of, don't say that. Residence of the ascetics. Of the ascetics put together, then translation becomes easy. Yatinam. Vaneshu, in the forest. In the forests, Vaneshu. Yatinam vasaha, Vaneshu asti. Yatinam vasaha, Vaneshu asti, like this. Okay. One is Shashti, Sambandha. Another is in. Saptami, Adhikarana Saptami. Okay.
So, Vaneshu Bhavati.
Bhavati asti, both are same. Either Bhavati or Vasti.
Can it be removed?
No, you can't remove. Because noun it is here. In the adjective predicate, you can use that. Balaha uttakam uttamaha. That is, say, when noun is used as a predicate, that itself serves to the purpose of verb. When an adjective is used as a predicate, there it serves to the purpose of verb. Something like a verb. But here it is a noun. Vasaha asti, you have to say. I told you, asti should be used where it is a present is implied. Vasaha is. You have to mention that Vasaha is. Their presence means that their residence is. Their residence, if you say residence what? Is not there, or is, or will be, you become incomplete. Residence is, you have to say. When you are using presence, it is present, you have to use the asti. Vasaha asti. Okay.
There are many jewels in the ocean. Udadhau prabhutani ratnani santi.
If mani shabda is used, ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟನೇ ಇದು ನಂಬರ್ 18?
Swamiji, 21.
Okay. So here, Mani Shabda first you tell, plural form of Mani. Mani Shabda, what is that? Is Akaranta, Ikaranta?
Swamiji, Ikara.
Make that form. Make first Prathama Vibhakti form. Prathama Vibhakti, the complete 3. Say that.
Manihi.
Say first use Hari.
Mani,
You
Mani,
repeat Hari. If you don't get it, repeat Hari once. Say Hari.
Harihi, Hari, Harayaha.
Then repeat Mani.
Manihi, Mani, Manaya.
Like that you have to do that. See, when I say if you don't get it, go to the original form.
Okay.
The model word you repeat it, then the Mani comes easily. Harihi, Hari, Harayaha. Then come Manihi, Mani, Manayaha. Which form is to be used? Jewels.
Jewels, Mani.
Mani only.
Ratna or Mani.
That's what I'm telling. Use the Mani.
Ratnani. Manaya.
ಹರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿಸಿದ್ದೇಕೆ? ನಾನು ಹರಿ ಶಬ್ದ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡು, ಮಣಿ ಶಬ್ದ ವಿಭಕ್ತಿ ಹೇಳುವೆನು ಹೇಳಿಸಿದ್ದೇಕೆ? That's why I'm telling, identify the Manayaha form. Recognize the Manayaha is the plural form and put it here plural form. Then change the Prabhuta accordingly.
Udadhau Prabhutani. Udadhau.
Okay. I don't want to do it. Then help ಮಾಡಿದರೆ you refuse the help and you do the same mistake. I think people, these are all the experts. These are called real intelligent people. Okay.
Prabhutani only.
I won't approve, but you write as you like. You don't want to listen, and go to next. I told already you refused what I told it. This is what I don't like. I will not forgive anybody on the earth. Anybody on the earth. When I am telling you how to use the word, giving you the steps, you ignore the steps and you make the same mistake.
Sorry.
Then you want ready-made? Barko, ready-made under. Ready-made kodtini barko. See, I help the people to discover how to use it. You want ready-made word, then barko. Prabhutaha Manayaha. Hereafter I will give you ready-made and barko. Book ki moksha baruttade saaku. Barko. Prabhutaha Manayaha. You want ready-made answers people want. That means people don't want to be tested. People don't want to learn don't want a method to discover. Either they want ready-made, they want to get marks and pass. This is the most idiotic generation, the most idiotic education system. They want to get marks and get this thing. Don't want to learn the method, don't want to learn the subject, but you want to come out first. In the public you have to make a show that you have come out first. Only you should always be first and correct. But learn how to be correct. And then I'm telling you how to discover that. No, you want to try. All this idiot. That's why there was one fellow who wanted to learn Sanskrit. I was fed up. I could not teach him. He told, I am unfit to teach you better. What can be? There is a method to learn. I tell them, they don't want me to. Then you try. You try your scientific method. You are all scientists. The whole education system is a scientific system. Then you do it. So Prabhutani Ratna Manayaha Barko. Nimma scientific method allave. Prabhutani Manayaha. This is your scientific method. Next sentence. Hogappa.
Sorry.
No, not for sorry for me. When you want to be ignorant, why should you tell sorry? You be in the same thing. Go to the next sentence. ದಿದ್ದುಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನವಿಲ್ಲ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್.
Flowers adorn the trees in the garden. Udyane kusumani vrikshan bhushayanti.
Flowers adorn. Repeat again.
Udyane kusumani.
ಉದ್ಯಾನೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂತು? ಅಪ್ಪ, ಉದ್ಯಾನೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂತು? ಇದು ಹೀಗಿದೆಯಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪದ? ಈ ಉದ್ಯಾನೆ ಇದೇಕೆ? ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿದನಂತ ನಾನು ಬರೆದು ತೋರಿಸಿದೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಉದ್ಯಾನೆ ಹೇಳೋದೇಕೆ? ಓ, ನೀವು ಉದ್ಯಾನೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆಯಾ? ನಾನೇ ಉದ್ಯಾನೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀನ? ಮುಂದೆ ಉದ್ಯಾನೆ ಇರುವಾಗ ಧ್ಯಾಯ ಏಕೆ? ಹಾಂ, ಸೇ
ಉದ್ಯಾನೆ ಕುಸುಮಾನಿ ವೃಕ್ಷಾನ್ ಭೂಷಯಂತಿ.
ಓಕೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
A wise man does not give room to anger in his mind. प्रज्ञः क्रोधाय चित्ते अवकाशं न यच्छति.
Correct.
God pardons the sins of sinners. देवः पापानि क्षाम्यति. Correct.
Correct.
Lotuses grow in the water.
In the, everywhere you use the da where is not required is not there. This da has become your habit. Everywhere da. You learn first da is not required. There is no particular da, water. It's simply water. Everywhere da eke. I think 20 times I have heard the da where it is not required. In the sentence, did Bhandarkar use?
Illa.
Then why do you add the da? Non-existent word.
Lotuses grow in water. Kamalani jale prarohanti.
Correct. That fellow, see, a sound also irritates me. Irritate me in the, you will become further lose patience. Adu nodu. You pay money to disturb yourself. This is the human society.